Good morning guys, it's Chris from daxtrader.co.uk. We're going to take a look at the Dax Technical Analysis for Monday the 8th of December 2014. Hope you had all had a nice weekend and ready for trading again. Now this morning we've had something of interest that's happened on the Dax. We've opened a little bit lower, made our very first high within sort of half an hour or so of opening up at sort of 1085 or so. We then went on to make our first low of the day around about 8 o'clock or so at this area here, which actually worked out to be the low volume pocket, one of the low volume pockets we had for Friday. We bounced off of that, made a lower high, and then have gone on to make another further low today. Now that low here, you've got this candle, this 5-minute candle here, that sliced straight through that pocket. So as soon as it went within a matter of seconds, and it's a shame I couldn't quite catch that on the video. Nonetheless, the VWAP seems to be supportive for that particular move, and we're now looking like we're going to be making another high from this move. Perhaps it's going to be another lower high, which I would like to see, because I want to see us just move a little bit further down to start with today. Head down towards this VPOC I would like to personally see from Friday, and then I'll be looking to buy from there. Still overall bullish. I still think there's a little bit of room to move to the upside, but from current levels, don't see a very good risk-reward ratio or reward-to-risk ratio. So there's a few areas that I'm going to be looking at today. First of all, I want to see how price reacts if we retest VWAP. If we do manage to get through that, we've got this low volume pocket here from Thursday. So again, that could act as support or a very, very quick sell-off down towards the VPOC. And then I'll be looking to buy from here. But if we take that out, then I think that the value area low could then be the next area to aim for. So I'm going to personally have my stop loss just under the value area low. So if we get anywhere into this, break through this low volume pocket, I'm buying from here, stop loss under there, and I'm looking to go long. Now obviously trading financial markets is risky, and it involves the risk of losing all of our invested money. I'm not providing any advice on this one, it's just my market commentary and personal opinion for what I'm going to be trading myself. Okay, if we look at the pivots for today, so on the hourly chart we've got a fib line which I've drawn here. So I'm thinking that if we do make some sort of correction, perhaps a 50 fib zone is somewhere we could aim for, from the swing low on Thursday up to the highs on Friday. The 50 fib zone is also where the S1 resides, and that's around about the 99.50 level. So that could be a reasonable one to go for if we're going to correct today. If we look at the candle on the hourly, we do have this big wick at the moment. You wouldn't really call that a pin bar as such, but it does look fairly bullish. We're already down 0.25% today. I think at one point when I was looking at it, we were about 0.42% down, so we have recovered a bit of that already today, this morning. Daily pivot seems to be temporarily resistive, supportive even, at 10.25. If that goes, again, the 10,000 level is probably going to be another one to look for. 38.2 will be interesting at 9.992, and then we'll be looking at the 50 fib zone and the S1 if we're looking to the downside. To the upside, we need to break Friday's high at 10.94, 10.93, that sort of area. The 10,100 will be a psychological level, and then we'll be looking at the R1, which will be at 10.150. If we're going to go long, I'd like to personally go long from closer to the S1 level. We'll put my stop a little bit further under, but I'd imagine that somewhere from this kind of area is not a bad buy range, buy region even. So we'll be looking to, let's just say if we were trading on this chart alone, if we went long from the 38.2, targeting the R1, we're looking to get 160 points. And we're going to be needed to risk, I mean, ideally you want your stop loss under the 61.8 fib level. So you're looking to risk 72 for 160. That's not good enough. So that's why I want to get a little bit closer. So if I can get that 50 fib, and then I'm looking to get 200 points almost, and you're risking 45 points, and that is a much, much better ratio. In actual fact, you could probably put your stop loss closer to the 9,900 level if you wanted to do a longer trade and aim towards the R1, and that's not a bad ratio. So on the daily chart for the DAX, we had this bullish engulfing candle on Friday, and I'd like to see some momentum here. So as I said before, we've got this huge volume area. So we've got one or two things that's going to happen. Sorry, a huge volume day, should I say. And one or two things will happen. We'll either correct sort of some of these gains from Friday, so we'll have a pullback before we continue to the upside tomorrow and the rest of the week. Or we just continue with the momentum based on the fact that we had this big volume day. Do we just continue with that for the rest? Once we've had its mini correction now, we just continue to move to the upside for the rest of the day. So that's what I personally think will likely happen. And that's about it for today. So I've got a few different areas of support and resistance that I'm looking at. I mean, on the 5-minute chart, it does look a little bit bearish temporarily, but I'm going to be watching how it responds to a few of those key levels, pivot point being one of them, and the VPOX, this value area zone here, this low volume area, should I say. And I'll post those all up on the article as well. So good luck trading for the rest of today, and I will catch up again hopefully later on with another video.